Welcome everybody, it's Janice here. Today I want to do a video, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating it, but there's just been so many people that are still battling with resin blooms. So I want to go through it very slowly and step by step and just explain what it takes to make a bloom. So to start off with, I've got my mold. I've actually placed a dot on the underside of my mold just to give me the center. And then what I do to stop before I start, I stand my bottles in hot water, my A and my B bottle. And that just helps warm my resin up a little bit. So this just makes my resin warm and thinner, and also you have literally no bubbles when you mix in. The reason your resin has to be warm is because when you put your resin into a mold with a larger surface area, it starts cooling down and it pulls towards the center. So the ideal temperature for my resin is from 33, 34 degrees Celsius. Now, I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. You'll just have to convert that. So once I've mixed my resin, I just let it stand. And because it's slightly warm, you're going to cut down on your standing time for your resin to reach that temperature. And you're going to have very few bubbles in your resin as well, just because it was so much easier to mix it when the consistency of it was thinner. So it's kind of a win-win situation, and I really do find that it works well, especially on colder days when we're in winter here in South Africa. So the days are a little bit cooler, and this works like a charm for me. So that's my number one big tip. So I have got my resin. I have pre-mixed it. It's now nice and warm, and then I'm just going to monitor the temperature. So I've got a digital thermometer. If you don't have one, just use a normal thermometer. I used a normal one for months and months, and it worked fine. Right, and then you've got to make sure that your mold is 100% level. If it's not level, you're going to have an off-center bloom. It's going to be lopsided. And also, once you have finished your bloom and you've done your last step and it's curing, you cannot move it. So I'm going to use my ocean white pigment paste. Now you can use any white pigment paste. It doesn't matter. So I've got some in a little bottle there. I have used that before. I'm just wanting to finish my ocean white because I've literally got a few drops left in this bottle. And you're going to need your alcohol inks, and you're going to need your piping bag, and we're going to put the white pigment paste, once we've mixed it, into the piping bag. And I suggest you do that at the beginning. You can do things freehand as well, but the piping bag you definitely have more control over. So while the resin is heating up, we're going to do the white pigment paste. Now this is a small little silicone cup, or whatever you want to call it, and I put my white pigment paste, and I'm going to show you how much I use, and I fill my cup about halfway with my resin that's on the side waiting to warm up. So it's nearly hitting 30 degrees Celsius now, and we're going to start now preparing the white pigment paste. So I'm not putting a lot on there. It's literally just in tip of the stick. And then I'm going to fill my little cup about halfway with the resin that I've got on the side. And I'm going to mix that in really well. And you want it to be sort of the consistency of skim milk. So when I put some on my stick, I should be able to just see my stick through it. And once it's all nicely mixed, I'm going to put that into my piping bag. Close my piping bag off and just put it to one side. And it's all ready for when we need it. So I'm just going to make sure that my mold is 100% level. Just double checking. Taking another temperature of the resin. And it's 33.8. So that's more than perfect for me. So I'm going to pour that into my mold. If there's any bubbles that you see, just take your little silicone stick and pull them to the top. And then they should pop. If they don't, just take your heat gun and go over the top quickly and you'll get rid of them. So now I'm going in with my alcohol inks. So the colors I'm using here is a purplish red and a pink. And once you put your inks in, you can you can swirl them together, whatever you want. I'm just doing this today. I'm just trying to blend the colors a little bit. But you can kind of use a swirly motion or do what you want with the inks, just to kind of blend them together. Then I'm going to do my white pigment paste. Cut a tiny little bit off the point of your piping bag. You can always go bigger, but you don't want it gushing out, and start doing your little pattern. Now, the kind of spiral design is probably your easiest to do if you are struggling. I'm not quite doing a spiral. I'm just using circles. Now you'll see there was a blob, and you saw that I just pulled that blob out a little bit. If I hadn't done that, my blob would have sunk to the bottom because it's heavy. And I'm just cutting. I'm just taking my little silicone stick, and then I'm going to do another 2 circles. And you can see there's a blob there. Now I'm going to pull that blob out. And then I'm just cutting my circles again. Now these are going to be your petals. It's just a very easy way to just get to see and to know how your paste works. So just keep it very simple, just until you get the hang of it. And once you've got that, you're on your way. Honestly, you can try all beautiful different designs for the petals. This kind of circle, or you can use a spiral as well. That's also super easy, and you just kind of pull exactly what I'm doing here now. So already you can see the ink starting to pull towards the center. It's just an automatic process that happens as your resin is cooling down. And just don't be scared. I mean, go and have fun. It's we all had some absolute flops, and there was many that I still have the odd one that doesn't come out nicely. But in general, if you follow these steps, you're going to get a bloom. And then what I did was just put it onto a short hyperlapse, just to show you how it does pull in towards the center as it cools down. So this is the next day. It's cured. And I've mixed another 110 grams of my 1-to-1 resin. And I just want a clear back on it. I'm not going to put a color, but that's totally up to you. You can put a black backing on. You can do whatever color you want that you think is going to match your bloom. So I just went with the clear and used my heat gun to pop any of the bubbles. And I covered it and I left it overnight again to cure. Okay, so this is the next day and we're going to demold it. And because it's clear, I'm also just going to put it onto a piece of black cardboard so you can see what it would have looked like if there was a backing on it. But I wanted this clear for now, and it came out very nicely. And then when you put the black backing on it, the violet kind of color in the center really does stand out better. You'll see, look there, it changes the color totally. So it's just a personal choice. It's up to you. But yeah, that was the end result. So I hope this has helped you. Please don't give up. You will get it. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it and the video was helpful. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. It always just helps the channel grow. I really would appreciate that. And I will see you on the next video.